Hello and welcome to one more video on the Arduino Uno. In this video, we'll be looking at clearing an LCD screen. This is an extension to the previous video on running double timers with the Arduino Uno. So the double timer code is here, as you can see, and in this code we had this little while loop. So this loop was basically used to clear a screen before typing out the updated value. And I thought that this while loop deserves a little bit more explanation. So I created a demo code. What this demo code does is that it induces a few delay statements in this loop. And using that delay statement, we can see this clearing of screen and the printing of screen happen in a step-by-step manner. So before we jump into the code that I have created, I would just discuss one small thing. In the Arduino Uno, you can declare an array using this statement. So this is an integer array consisting of 6 elements. Now for some reason, if I need to find out the number of elements in this array, we would need this if we are trying to run a loop which cycles through the elements of the array. Then you can't use the statement sizeof to get the number of elements. If you use sizeof test val, then you actually get the number of bytes in memory which the array is occupying. So we would need to use these two statements, sizeof test val, which basically gives the number of bytes of memory used to store this entire array, and sizeof test val 0 gives us the number of bytes used by a single element of this array, and dividing this gives us the number of elements in this array. So with this background information, let's move on to the code. So here's the code. Here's our dummy array. As you can see, the elements are having different lengths. There is 65 followed by 2 followed by 856 and so on and so forth. This is a setup loop. I turn the backlight off for the purposes of this creating a video on this. So here's what we have done. We're going to print cycle. The value of cycle is initialized to 0. So we type print 0 here. Then we have a small delay. Then we loop through the items of the array. And then we first clear the LCD and then we print the updated value here. So I'll just flash this code to the Arduino. The code's been successfully flashed. So I turn on the power supply. So now you can see that the elements are printed one by one. Four is erased. Now 65 is printed. 6 and 5 are erased one by one. And now you can see the digits getting erased one by one. So if you've been observant, you will notice that there's a small error in the previous code that we had put. So the error is that when we run this erase loop, we have to run it with the older value of cycle, and after we have erased it, we should update the value of cycle. So I made this correction in my double timer example, and now I'll be flashing the code of the double timer once again. So I made these corrections. You can see that the value is getting updated after the erase loop. The erase loop of while is basically operating on the value before updating in both these loops. So now I turn on the power supply. And if you carefully observe, after we hit 60,000 and when we get 0, the entire bottom row is properly erased. Thank you. I hope this additional explanation clears the while loop that I have used to clear the LCD screen. If you do like this content, please subscribe to this channel. Thank you.